single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day.
Mental Wealth fam, it's time for your mental tea of the day. So let's get into it. First off, let's just point something very nice out before we even get started. Look what my co-worker Holly got me. She's so freaking amazing. It says End Mental Health Stigma. It's so great. I cried when she gave it to me because I'm like, oh my gosh, like just the fact that someone supports me enough to just like take the time of the day to make sure this got to their house on time and everything. That's just so sweet. But thanks, Holly. But to get right into it, today is gonna be a different type of day. I'm morally thinking like today is a mental vent because I'm going to be venting about me myself, but also while doing that you'll learn more about me and why I started this and what drives me to do this whole mental health thing, because a lot of people are like, where the heck did that come from? Well, some don't know I'm a psychology major, but yeah, so, but still, even like, besides after hearing that, some people are like, okay, so what, still, like, why are you doing this? Like, why? And I'm like, okay, well, let me tell you. Okay, so on my last episode, I asked you guys what your mental status for the day was, and on my other social media accounts, I put my mental status up as overwhelmed, and honey, even though it's been like 4 days, it ain't changed. That's why it's been 4 days since I posted, because it ain't changed. Overwhelmed. Yep. I can't help it, honey. It's a lot going on. Personal life, school, like, it's just a lot going on, but I'm trying to work through it. And like, one way I mentioned on my accounts were like ways to get through them, and like my biggest thing is stretching and positive thinking. Like, stretching is like amazing. Like, let me tell y'all, do a morning stretch and see how you feel after. Do one morning stretch, just like stretch out like that, like do some leg stretches. I'll leave some good ones in the comment that get me moving, because like after you stretch your body, you just feel better. I just feel so much better, have a better outlook on my day. I'm more happy. It's like my coffee. Stretching is like my coffee in the AM. Definitely. That's how I put it. That's my morning coffee. That's how I'm be when I'm a mom. I'm be like, let me do my morning stretches before you stress me out this morning. I need my morning stretches, okay? But and positive thinking is so important to me because I'm like legitimately like a negative Nancy with a lot of stuff. I try not to be. I'm very self-aware of that. Some people will like even talk to me and then I was like mention some negative. It's not like out of like, it's not because like I mean to, but it's like all like almost like natural. Like, and sometimes I do think being real with a lot of stuff is like misconstrued as being negative, but I'm working on it because I'm definitely self-aware of it. I just don't want to be like negative for no reason, and being like negative, especially when I'm already like handling and dealing with like a super bad situation. Like in a bad situation, I automatically already like think of like 10 different like of the worst scenarios you could possibly think of, while everyone's already trying to calm me down, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna die tomorrow. But like, you know, I'm trying not to think like that anymore because it's so stressing. Like, it's so exhausting. I can't imagine and tell you how many times I've stressed and exhausted myself from overthinking. Like, and we're gonna make that a hot topic one day because we gotta talk about it, sis, because I am the biggest overthinker, and that I think a lot of times that's where my negativity stems from, like just thinking of every negative outcome and thinking how everything could get worse instead of thinking how things could get positive and get better. And when honestly, and then when I take the time to think about how things might be able to get positive or better, I honestly start feeling better about the situation. Even though it's that little voice in the head, in the back of your head, like just like almost like your conscience, like just talking to you. Think negative, girl. Like think about the worst, all the worst things. But just like there's worse outcomes, there's possible outcomes. And then when they didn't, and then when it comes out, like it's like, oh, of stressed for no freaking reason. So yeah, always try to keep a positive head, even in the worst situations. And I know how hard it is because I'm a negative Nancy. Just try to keep that positive head. Now, to get in a little bit more about myself and why I started mental health, mental wealth, and why I wanted to do this whole big thing with mental health is because it's so important, and it's been like my whole life. And my own personal experience is what drives me to just wanting to educate myself more, wanting to take care of myself more, wanting to be more self-aware about the things that I do and the feelings and like how I make people feel and like I don't know, just like the energies and vibes I give off. And I just want to be more self-aware this year, want to take more self-care this year, just way more. And just with all that being said, my start is just basically with my mom. My mom is mentally ill and has been for some years now. This has been very hard for me and my family. Side note, before I get more into this, y'all know me, like I've already like mentioned before that I'm a crier and stuff like that, so I'm gonna try my best not to cry through this, but it's how I vent, it's how I express myself. You'll get used to it. My family members and friends are, so you'll get used to it. But yeah, me and my mom, we've been separated for a very long time now. I think the last time I saw her was about 16, 17. Yeah, I was really young, and I'm 22 going on 23 now, so it's been about a good 7 years since I seen her. And dealing with that, it's just even hard. Like you know, you tell certain people that, and you know, even just like the little like backlash from that is hard, because you know, a lot of people don't understand why things are the way they are. So I don't really talk to many people about my mom, because the last thing I would like want is like a very judgmental eye on me, or telling me, you know, I'm harsh or something like that, because you know, me and her have our own experiences, and we obviously are sharing a mutual non-speaking stage in our life. We're sharing this. She's been content with it. I have myself. So actually, I technically haven't, but for a while I was. For a pretty long time of those 7 years I was, but now I'm very much like really needing this relationship between me and her, and just things are moving this year, and with some new developments, I do think I am gonna be able to repair me and my mother's relationships. With our fingers crossed that me and her are gonna be able to just start back getting to know each other better, and just starting from basically like meeting each other all over again. That's basically what it's gonna be. A lot of times being close with her was hard, because this is what people do have to understand, is that this is not the woman I know. You know what I'm saying? This is not my, you know, BFF, you know. That's what I remember her as. And just seeing her as that other person was very hard as a child, and I couldn't make sense of it. So I was very angry for a very long time about certain things. But now now I'm older, about to put the degree under my belt and things like that. Like, I understand so much more, and I don't blame her for anything. I know there's anguish and there's guilt in her about being like probably leaving me with family members and not her, and not taking care of me. I know she feels a lot of guilt in that, and I can honestly see why you would, but I don't blame her for anything. All I want is me and my mother to be back to what we used to be. I've honestly made it very aware to myself here way more recently that I am not going to be able to make any success or really be able to like grow into this successful or young woman that I would love to be and have imagined myself as without her. Because honestly, every time I try to imagine myself as this successful older person, I can't, because it's hard, and it's hard to imagine that I would have even strived for some type of, I would have strived and grinded knowing she's has lived the way she is and in the status she is, and that I didn't take out my time to like put my best foot forward in helping her. So one day I just kind of like, not one day, but I just woke up and said, this, I just want this for her. I really just want to repair me and my mother's relationship and be able to move forward with that. That's more important to me than a lot of things, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to move forward without it. So this is the month, and this month I'm going to be basically meeting my mommy again for the first time. That's gonna be like insane. I am gonna be following the journey as far as me and my experience and how I'm feeling and how everything is going. I'll answer some questions if there's questions to be had. If I'm not gonna answer it, I'll just say I'm not gonna answer it for whatever reason. No, for anyone who's thinking she'll be on it and she'll be on what I'm following with in the episodes and stuff, no, that's something that will happen over time with her comfortability, you know. But I am super excited for this new development in my life. You don't understand. I've been very, very, very lost without my BFF. So this is going to be amazing. I'm going to put my best foot forward to repair this relationship, to get her back to the mom she was. Like, well, not honestly, I don't want to put her, but I don't want to put her, I do want her to be the mom that I know like over a decade ago, but I also want her to be a healthier woman. I just want so much for her. So I do it. I get up and I do this and all this because I just want her to be able to know that this is not, she doesn't have to be just this, you know. It's like a lot. You know, you can get past it. I know, I'm getting all teary-eyed, but it's like something she can get past, and she's stagnant with this current status in her life. She sat stagnant for a while, and now I just think it's time we just gotta put our best foot forward, and we're gonna get it right and her right, and we are going self-care. Telling y'all, self-care 2019 is gonna be so. Oh my gosh, ew guys, I'm snotting. Okay, but yes, everything's gonna be so much better. I'm super excited for this. No one, I don't think too many understand, because my mother is definitely my, how can I put it? She's definitely my soft spot. Like, you could say something on mom, I gotta like a whole 30 seconds like I'm gonna be like this and stuff like that. So I am very proud of myself, very happy that I was able to get this far and able to show you a little bit more about me, what makes me drive, what drives this show, what drives mental health, mental wealth, what should drive you. I want this journey that I'm showing, I want this to be an example of why if you're not feeling right, if something's feeling wrong, you should go get checked and get first start with a self-examination. I always say that, start with a good self-examination, and after you see that this is something something bigger than you and more than what you can handle, it's time for some help. And then a lot of times in the Black community, we don't do that. We brush things under the rug and we move past them hoping that they'll repair themselves, but they just never effing do. They don't repair themselves. So you have to put your best foot forward to get some help. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just hoping that my journey will be like a great example of why you should. I mean, hell, I don't know which one, what wouldn't be, but you guys are gonna get to follow it and get to see what it means, what it literally means to you'll literally get to see the meaning of mental health, mental wealth, mental illness, and self-aware, and you know, And I know I always talk about those generational cycles, and this is definitely a perfect example of one. Please don't. That I think generational cycles are something that we just are automatically kind of like sucked into, but they're like, but you have to be like self-aware and woke enough not to fall into it. And that's what this channel is for. So thank you guys for watching so much. I'm so glad you stuck it through with my crybaby self. But it's over. I can take my little ugly face off and fix my tears and everything. But thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for this beautiful journey in the regular content, hot topics, and other things. Thank you guys. Until next time, don't forget, what's your mental status of the day? Thanks, guys.